Can you talk about these denim jerseys? Because I know when they first came out, a lot of people didn't love them, but now it seems like everybody's glad they're back tonight.
Yeah, they sucked when we first got them. They were heavy. Coach B actually had them change it, so when they changed it, it became lighter. So it was like our favorite things to play in. Like we knew we'd be playing in them, we were excited. Like undefeated in them, you know. So I think it was one of those things you appreciated that moment. We didn't know the moment was big like that, but then when we saw everybody was like kind of enjoying it, the denim, he was like, man, let's make something special out of this. So guys started wearing the denim. We won a championship. I kept my jersey on. I was walking around like our body smelled, but I don't care. We won. So it was a special moment to wear those denim uniforms because they meant something to us.
How does it feel to see all the excitement now from like a whole new generation toward that?
It's good. Like I said, we left something behind besides just our name. You put that Kentucky jersey on, you become legendary at that moment. And I think what we did was something special, and the denim was part of the ride. Us scoring 86 points at halftime, us beating teams by 40 on the road. Like things we did were legendary because we believed in the name on the jersey. We said let's represent Kentucky and let's dominate people. We dominated teams every day, and that's how we played. We put that uniform on. We wanted to beat you bad. So I think the younger kids see that, wow, these guys really meant something by playing that hard, playing that way. And it's a representation of what our fans and our program is. We don't play just to play. We play to dominate and win.
Did you ever talk with the current group about how they have to play with these jerseys on?
I just told them that today. I specifically told them, when you put this jersey on, it's not about, you anymore. It's about unity. We came in here and it was me and Ron Mercer were going at each other in practice, and it wasn't personal, it was about business. Like we come in here, when we could either one go in a game, that other team should fear us. I don't care who starts or who doesn't start. You had Tony Delk and Jeff Shepard, 2 MVPs, Ron Mercer, Derek Anderson, Walter McCarty, Mark Pope. Like we had guys that could play on the other team, but we had a passion for beating you bad. And I told them, you have a habit mindset for that. You put that Kentucky jersey on, people want to beat us. Yeah. People walking around, we got snowballs thrown at us off a plane in Arkansas. Like, people don't like us. Well, we don't like you either. Let's go play basketball and see who's better. And we went out and proved that. So I think the younger guys are starting to see. You can see the momentum as they're playing now. They're playing with a passion. If you play with passion, you can beat anybody. And when you play with the mindset, you can start dominating teams.
Yeah, can you settle once and for all that the 96 team was the best Kentucky team ever?
Well, I think when you say the 96 team was better, it's because what we did and how we did it. Like if you look at talent-wise, the 2012 was good, 2000 John Wall's teams were great, but I think when you score 86 points at halftime, I want you to put that in perspective. 20 minutes of basketball, 86 points. That's a mindset. So I don't think it was so much of a comparison, it's just the way we played. And again, naming the guys that we had, like Anthony Epps Jeff and Wayne Turner. Like those are 2 guys that are unsung heroes, but those 2 guys ran our team well. How many other guys are going to run their team well? And I think that's a significant part of how we are and how we play.
You had any discussions with the 2012 guys or the 2015 guys? Or any debates going on about who was better?
No, I think they understand the truth. No pushback.
That year, and you can address the cameras, but you all had to win though, man. I mean, the pressure was on.
The pressure wasn't on us. I think it was on Coach Pete. It wasn't on us because we played the game the right way. We all played with passion. Like I averaged like 17 at another school, and I came here and averaged like 9. So it wasn't about that. It was about playing the right way and playing with your teammates. And I think once we understood our passion, because we lost our first game to UMass, we won 27 in a row. It was a mindset that we said we can be better as a unit and as a team. And I think that was significant. So we didn't have any pressure. I think the coaches maybe did. Maybe fans were kind of restless, but we didn't have pressure. We played for each other. And again, when you do it as a unit, like we went to the movies together. How many of you see 15 big guys walking in the movie theater? We went bowling together without coach telling us to do this stuff. We did this on our own. And I think the camaraderie of these younger guys, if they understand lifting your teammate up instead of competing with him during the game, that makes a difference.
Is it true the only reason you lost twice all year was because nobody wanted to attend a Coach P practice after a loss?
No, we won it with hard practices. We literally won a game and we had to watch film at 12:01 after midnight. We won the game, so it doesn't matter if you win or not. It's how you play. And I think that was the passion. You have to play hard. You play Kentucky, man, we don't care about how you feel. We care about winning. We care about dominating.
How'd you keep the egos in check? That many talented players in 26 minutes was the most
He put your ego on the bench.
Really?
That was his thing. Like if you looked at our starting lineup, it switched a lot, right? In the beginning until guys said, you know what, I'm gonna play my role. Like Ron Mercer accepted coming off the bench. Jeff Shepard accepted coming off the bench. Guys accepted their roles and just kind of roll with that, and they play well in the second unit. And if you look at most second units, you don't have 4 NBA players coming off the bench. And I think that was significant for us accepting our job.
Can you show us the hardware you got on your finger and what it means
Oh
to you?
yeah, well, and I got a Kentucky tattoo, man. So I'm true blue forever. So it's just something different, man. You know, you go across the country. I literally won an NBA championship, and I go around. People say, "Man, I remember you at Kentucky." I'm like, "You did play in the NBA. You remember that?" Like, I don't care. You played great at Kentucky, and I think that was significant in how Kentucky is represented across the country, man. I'm proud to be a Big Blue Nation guy.
Coach talks about the group chat. How active is it actually?
Oh, it's active. He gets it too. He gets no passes. We'd be like, "Pope, what you doing, man? We're gonna come in there and rough you up." But it's always ongoing. But we're always positive. We always tell him motivating. He asks for some opinion sometimes, just talking, because we're his brothers. We're not opinionated. We're facts. We're not gonna give him a pass if he's not doing well. We're not gonna beat him down when he's not doing well. We're gonna say, "Hey, man, we're here for you. Just keep getting better, man. Just do this, and that." And he's always been responsive to that. So our group chat is very active.
How would you grade his first year and a half?
Well, I don't think I grade anybody's first year. It's like me grading me as a freshman or sophomore. That's how I was as a junior, senior. I'm averaging 20 points, playing different, mature. I think you're different. I think his progression has been great, and I think that's what you want to see. You want to see progression. You don't want to see. You're not going to be set. Everybody's not going to win a championship their first year either. You look at your second year, you get better, and you start to see progression. If you see progress, you see a championship coming.
When the team was struggling this year, there was a faction of fans that turned on your brother. How did you guys feel about that? What was a group chat like then?
We was giving it to him too. Yes, indeed. We ain't gonna be honest with him. We gonna be like, "Come on, man, get on them guys a little rougher." And he started doing that. And, the progress is him doing better. And I think when the fans are upset, they're upset at how you play, because we lost games and nobody went on us. And it's just how you're losing. We don't lose by effort. We lose by chance, or somebody plays well, someone beats us on a better shot or something, but you don't lose by effort. And as a Kentucky player, and as a Kentucky person who was born here, we play with passion. And you have to show that. And the kids started understanding that, and their passion and effort starting to show more, and that's why we're winning.
Who was it inside your locker room that kind of said, "All right, guys, get it together"?
Mostly it was me. Yeah, I was an older guy too that transferred in, but I'd seen both sides of the spectrum of the winning team and losing team, and I knew what we had was something special. Like I said, I averaged a lot of points in my other school, but I came here and took a back seat. And then the next year, I got to do my thing, and I think that was the thing. Is like, guys, we can't let a loss dictate how we finish this year off. I've seen good teams. This is a great team. I mean, you looked at our practices, you could see how well we were playing. I mean, if you watched our warm-up line, name one person that couldn't dunk. I mean, we were not just some, we were really athletic, good guys, and I think that was significant in saying, how do we manage this? And I just always wanted to be the glue to that guy, just saying, grow together. But I think it also started with our coaching staff, and Coach Zeno and the staff said, make sure you do your job. If you do your job, you will win. And I think that was significant why we won.
Could Cameron dunk?
Heck no. No, Cameron could actually dunk. He could dunk. I was shocked. I'm glad he didn't try it too much.
How much time have you gotten to spend around the other guys this weekend, and what have those stories, conversations been like?
It's been great, man. Love it. It's been amazing. Just remembering everything, just sharing all the fun stories, the wrestling stories. This has been great, man. We just love being around each other. Still Kentucky brothers.
What are these wrestling stories? Jeff was talking about the 6-on-6 matches.
It was brutal. We almost get hurt. We just the bench and the starters started messing around y'all can't win without us. And the first thing, it was kind of back and forth. And then they said, "Well, what you want to do?" So we started wrestling in the locker room. And then we would see somebody going to their room in the hallway on the road, and we just grab them and throw them in the room. It became full-out brawls, but it was fun, man. It was a pastime because you think about it, you're always together. Practice, class, the dorm. So when you started hanging together, how do you maximize your fun and don't just go to your room and be bored? Because if you do that, you separate. Now we're wrestling, everybody we won tonight. And that was fun for us. We go to movies, bowling, we did everything together. But our wrestling matches was intense. Guys would come out with paint face, war faces on. It was hilarious. But it made us tighter, man. We became brothers for good.
Who's the best wrestler?
Who's the best wrestler? I don't think we had a best wrestler, but I know who was the strongest. Tony Dell.
Really?
What? He put somebody in the chokehold and choked him out almost. He's like, let him go. Yeah, he made it, though. He almost hurt his neck.
DA, could you believe it's been 30 years?
Could the 96 team, could that ever happen again, do you think?
I don't know. It'd been, we was talking about that earlier. It would have been tough for I just don't see it being able to be like it was back then, just for the simple fact that I don't know that guys would have stayed around that long, and just I don't think they would have, and that money would have been thrown at this guy or that guy or whatever. It's definitely changed the atmosphere of college basketball. It's a lot different, and I don't know that it'll ever get back to the way it used to be.
This group that's playing now, I mean, they weren't even alive when you guys were wearing the denim uniforms. How cool is it to see a whole new generation like excited about it?
Right, which is cool. You know, we're just coming out here paying respect to the UK team and Coach Pope and our national championship that we won in '96. So it's great. I remember back in the day when older guys would come by and see us, and there was quite a few of them I didn't know who they were. Never saw them play. Never saw videos of them. But it was cool that they came by, and when they come and you speak, and then we might go try to sneak a video of them, see what they say, and how well they played, and this, that, and the other. But it's just a cool day for us as a whole to be here and soaking it all in.
What's the biggest thing that you remember from that '96 season?
So I played the first 5 games, then I redshirted most of the season. So I was there every day, practicing every day, going through the grind of everything. But then I wouldn't get to play during the games, me personally. But the biggest thing is just we would come out just every day in practice, just going hard. And to know that you could take somebody's position. Like if I were eligible, that I could take Mark's position if I outplayed him today, and so that made us go just as hard as I was going, if not harder, in practice every day. And if you quit or you got hurt or anything of that nature, somebody's gone into that spot, and you might not get that spot back. And nobody wanted to lose their starting position. And but probably the coolest thing about that team is I think the leading minutes per person was Antoine Walker, maybe, with like 27 minutes. So nobody got that many minutes. We were all playing well, and so it was spread out throughout the whole team, the scoring and all of the above.
What were your first memories of those uniforms when they were introduced?
So, I mean, back when we first got them, we were like, oh man, these don't really fit in well with basketball, but it is what it is, and here we are, we're wearing them. And the thing is, we just kept winning in these uniforms, and it just kept winning and kept winning. And that's kind of what the reason that it's became so big for UK and '96 team is because we won in the denim uniforms, and we won the national championship, which is really cool.
I'd always heard the original denim uniform was really heavy. Had to get a different one.
They were heavy, and they were like, you know how these are kind of loose. They were real stiff, and they didn't feel good. You almost had to wear an undershirt with it because it scraped your skin underneath.
So you didn't play in those. You got it.
We did. They fixed them and readjusted it. Yeah.
When you first heard that Mark Pope was hired here, a long time ago, what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I was actually on the beach when Mark Pope got hired, and Billy Toombs called me, and he's like, what do you think about this hire? And I was like, well, I know Mark, and I know most of you guys don't. And I said, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure if you could have hired a better coach or a better person for the job. So he's like, wow, well, that makes me feel better. I'm like, I'm just being honest. I was like, this guy's built a little differently. He's going to work hard. He's going to do everything that we need as a team to be great. And I said, I'm really excited for the team and excited for UK basketball. So, and I think it's been great. Last couple seasons, Mark's struggled with injuries on the team. And, he's not in here making excuses or saying anything. Figure it out. And that's what these guys are doing. I think we had a little rough patch here about a month ago, and guess what? They're figuring it out. You got to fight through adversity, fight through the tough times, and keep grinding. And the impressive thing is this team they're starting to find their way, which is exciting.
Was there an aspect of his unique mindset that you thought would be a good fit for this program?
You know what? It's not only about his mindset. So I know Mark's a smart person and a smart guy, and very intelligent. He's coached at BYU and he's done really well, and he was a scholar athlete at UK. But Mark went hard in practice, like to the extent of exhaustion. Like he was not scared to bang. He was not scared to dive for the ball. He was not scared to be as rough as you can, and whatever it took, he was going to make it happen. And that's truthfully what I love. You put it all together. That's what I think is great.
I'm pleased to see all your old teammates back here.
Yeah, so it's great to see all the guys. I wish everybody could have made it, but everybody's got a couple of them's got NBA gigs. Walter's overseas in Mexico coaching his team, and it just is what it is. So it's unfortunate not everybody can make it, but it's good seeing the guys that can make it. Still haven't seen Jeff Shepard and Alan Edwards, but they're on their way. They're coming, which is exciting. So Alan actually had a game today, so it'll be good to see these guys. Everybody's doing their own thing, doing well, and excited for the Tennessee game tonight.
You guys didn't have a whole lot of losses back then, but did he take losses that, the hard guy that goes hard and the competitor back then the way he seems to do now?
Oh yeah, so you know what? I think there's maybe a little bit more diversity with these teams. Teams are stepping up a little bit more. Just as a whole, there's just more athletes to go around. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it's much different, but at the same time it is. But Mark always handled it the same way. He's always out here fighting, regardless. None of us ever liked to lose. I mean, it was awful to lose against Coach Patino. I mean, we just knew what we were doing the next day.
Yeah.
It was, you're going to have a 3-hour practice. You're going to run until you can't run anymore, and some guys are going to fall out in practice. That's just the way it was.
Mark had told me previously that one of the reasons you all won in '96 is because how bad you played in that last game in '95. He made your all's lives miserable from that point forward.
From that point on, yeah. So we got upset in '95. Shouldn't have lost that game, and we did. And so, throughout the summer and it's the beginning of the season, it was a constant grind. And we were all every day in there playing against each other, trying to compete, and we just every day trying to get better. I don't even really know if we all knew how good of a team we were going to be. We were just trying to beat the next guy every single day. I think at the same time that's really what made us better as a team.
The practices, some practices were harder than the games themselves.
Oh yeah, all the practices were harder than the games. Games were like a day off. You only played 23, 24 minutes. I mean, I was changing two T-shirts in practice because the first one was soaking wet, and then I changed my socks and my shoes because my sweat was coming out of my shoes. We had to run so much. I lost 7 pounds one practice. I mean, it's crazy.
After a win.
Sometimes after a win, just depending on what mood Coach Patino was in.
The DA said you won one game and you had to watch film at midnight.
Yeah, that was Georgia. We were up by 30, and in the last 3 minutes, I think we ended up winning by like 16 maybe. And Coach P did not like it, and he was embarrassed and he was mad. It's a CBS game at noon. Everybody had their families in, and Coach P lit into us and said, "Y'all show up here at midnight. We're practicing. This is not acceptable." And we got in as soon as midnight hit. He said, "I don't care if you have your families here or not. Midnight, you'd be at practice, and this is how it's going to go."
When Rick first got here, John Pelfrey was kind of infamously the guy that took the brunt of his practice and game tirades.
Yeah.
Was there a guy with that 96 team that took the most of it?
No, maybe not the 96 team, but I think I took it in 93, 94, 95, and 97. Miss Patino came to me. She said, "Coach Patino just loved you as a player because he could just yell at you, and I was like, well, I wish I would have known that." No, but it was good. It was a great experience all those years, and there's a lot of tough guys on that 96 team. There's one on there. I mean, Mark was probably one of them. I'd say Anthony Epps was probably one of them. Just get in there and let people know, let's grind this out and let's keep getting the win.
Are you on the bandwagon that 96 is the best team ever here?
Well, here at UK, yeah, possibly. I mean, listen, we had a lot of talent on that team, and I don't know if you're ever going to see that again. Now, are there other teams as good or maybe better? I don't know. Arguably, maybe. I mean, we didn't go undefeated. Some did. So, but I don't know if they'd have beat us that year.
Thanks, man.
Stay, Jeff.
Yeah, man.